Hello everybody, today I can rotate points by turning my paper. Let's get right to it. Number one, I already got it graphed and ready to go. I have my coordinates. It wants me to do a counterclockwise rotation of 90. For all these rotations we're going to do today, they're going to all be centered at the origin. We'll talk about when it's not the origin in a later lesson. So I'm going to literally turn my paper 90 degrees counterclockwise. So counterclockwise is turning the top to the left. You're following the direction of the clock. Once I turn it, I'm going to list the new coordinates. So I have S prime, U prime, N prime. So we're literally looking at now that this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the origin. So S would be negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, comma 0. U would be negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, negative 5, comma 3. N would be 0, comma 3. Now that I wrote them down, and on your paper, like it'll look sideways because your paper will literally be sideways when you go to do it. Now I'm going to plot those new points. Negative 6, 0 is S prime. Negative 5, 3 is U prime. 0, 3 is N prime. You want to ask yourself, does it look correct? It does to me. And every 90 degrees you turn something, it will change one quadrant. So for example, if U is in quadrant 1, if it goes 90 degrees, it'll go into quadrant 2. If it went 180, it would go into quadrant 3 somewhere. Quadrant 4 would be 270. So every 90 degrees, it will move one quadrant, and that's when it's centered at the origin. Let's do another example. Triangle ARF has coordinates A, negative 3, 6, R, 5, 2, F, 1, negative 4. And it wants me to do a counterclockwise rotation of 180. Now, for 180, it really doesn't matter the direction because whether you go clockwise or counterclockwise, it's still going to end up in the same spot. So I'm going to go counterclockwise. That's 90. That's 180. Now I list the coordinates of the new points. And again, I'm treating this like the origin, this like the x-axis, this like the y-axis. So I've got A prime, R prime, F prime. A prime is 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, negative 6. R prime is negative 5, negative 2. F prime is negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I have them, I turn the paper back. So again, for you, like your writing is going to look sideways. And now I plot those new points. Let's just get rid of this. Oops, I don't want to get rid of all that. Let's go purple. A prime is 3, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. R prime is negative 5, negative 2. F prime is negative 1, 4. And there it is. Again, as we mentioned before, every 90 degrees moves one quadrant. So if I'm starting in quadrant 1, it went 1, 2 quadrants to get into there. We're going to go over one more. Let's go over a clockwise one, not that it really changes anything. Number 4, QRS. We've got Q is negative 3, 1. We've got R is negative 6, 5. And we've got S is 1, 2. It wants me to do a clockwise rotation of 90. Well, before we did a counterclockwise rotation of 90, so for a clockwise rotation of 90, I'm going to turn it clockwise, which is moving the top to the right. Same process. Q prime, R prime, S prime. Q prime is 1, 1, 2, 3. R prime is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry, it's 5, 6. And S prime is 2, negative 1. Return it back. I plot the points. One thing to know as well, like your new coordinates, it will be the same numbers as the old coordinates. It just might be switched around and negated. But if you start with a 3 and a 1 for Q, Q prime will still have a 3 and a 1 in it. If they're a little bit off, then you might have like counted wrong or whatever. Q prime, R prime, S prime, and there it is. So to rotate points, we plot the points, we turn our paper, we write down the new points, we turn it back, we plot our points. Practice.